oyster catchers, sea lions. Do you? Hey there, it's Kate from Wild Tales Up, where we share about family travel and outdoor adventure. We hope that you guys are doing well. Today we are in Cape Meares State Park here near, it's just a couple of miles from our rental in Oceanside, Oregon. So we got all geared up in our rain pants and raincoats because as you saw when the video started, it was pouring. And I guess just what we've learned on the few days that we've been on the Oregon coast is that the weather changes. So here's a little perspective of where we are on the Oregon coast. So this is the Oregon coast. Here's where we are, Cape Meares State Park. So this lighthouse was first lit in 1890, and it's the shortest lighthouse on the Oregon coast. So you can probably tell. But it's no longer used. It was decommissioned in 1963. These three arches here, these rocks, we can see right outside of our rental. And one of the first days, I was looking through the binoculars when we were on the other side of the tunnel beach, and I saw what I thought was a sea lion or a seal, and it turns out I'm reading this sign here that it was a Steller sea lion, because that's who likes to hang out on these arches.
Other side and the other side.
What are you doing?
Okay, it's gonna go on the other side again.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. I put this slug back in nature.
Oh, okay.
Poop.
I saw that. What kind of scat do you think that is?
Horse poop.
You think it's horses? You think horses hang out here? I'm thinking maybe deer.
And
Oh, another slug. Thank you for sharing. There's two big attractions here at Cape Meares State Park. One of them we just showed you. It's a lighthouse. And the second one you're gonna have to guess. Clue number one.
it has 8 legs.
Okay, something with 8 legs. What else?
It lives in the ocean.
So that rules out some 8-legged creatures. And the last clue.
It has suckers on his arms.
Have you guessed yet?
It is the Octopus Tree.
So we debated back and forth, but we decided to ultimately go for it. One more thing in Cape Meares, here at Cape Meares State Park, is the Cape Meares Scenic Trail. And so it's a 1.6 round trip hike, so just 0.8 down to the water. Barely looked like a tree. I thought it was dirt. Look at that. Slade was saying he read that this in here in Cape Meares is one of the only places where there's old growth along the coast. Georgia has a school assignment today to collect as much nature as she can. Tomorrow she's going to be sorting and classifying all the nature that she finds as part of her schoolwork. Yeah. We actually sat in the car for about 10 minutes before we ended up starting the hike because we just could not decide if it was the right thing to do. I don't know if you guys do this, but we thought, well, maybe it's too close to lunchtime, so maybe we should go back and have lunch and then come back because it's only a few minutes away. But then we thought the weather is so nice right now, and it's been back and forth with rain and sun, and so it's sunny now, so we should do the hike, and we do have snacks. And then once we saw that it was only 1.6 round trip, although it will be hard coming back up, we thought ultimately it was the best choice. And I think so far so good. Now what do you hear?
What?
Ocean. The beach. Hand over your stuff.
Okay.
How are you going to go under?
My hands got dirty.
Mine.
There you go, Georgia. Nice. Beef stick time.
I'll hold that, Mom. I'll hold the tripod. Mom's gonna go under it. Here she comes. I made it.
My hands.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm happy I wore my rain pants. Next
Look,
time.
it's muddy.
Hey, what kind of cheese is that? Tillamook.
It's Tillamook
How appropriate.
cheese.
Got it?
Ooh.
Where to go? You gotta turn around and then like use the rope to go backwards. There you go. Mom and I had to do this down in Big Sur.
Yep. I was pregnant. Who's that? That's funny. Is he up here? Just hanging out. We're making our way back up this Cape Meares Scenic Trail, and everyone's going to share whether or not they thought going on this hike was worth it. Okay, Slade's first. What do you
Tough
say?
called if it was actually worth it, because, you know, but there's a couple
Why
of
do you
things.
say you know?
Muddy, kind of really far down and then really far back.
Spoiled from your house
like-
that you rented.
Right, I could just be sitting at my cool house, but it did give me a sound memory, is what I called it. It made me remember when I was a kid approaching the ocean and the sounds and like turning each corner and it get louder and louder and louder. So it was pretty cool.
Because where was your memory from hiking to the ocean as a kid?
Well, it's like Hazard Canyon, which is in San Luis Obispo. Well, Los Osos, actually.
What
California.
state is that?
Los Osos, California, and when I was a kid, we'd go every summer, and that was a really cool memory of walking down towards the water and the ocean. So
Cool. Okay, next up is
It
Bergen.
was definitely worth it because there was oyster catchers at the end.
What's an oyster catcher?
A bird that has a short beak and can get oysters.
Cool.
And my favorite part was when Dad went under the big log.
I think it was worth it because I got to see foam, and I also liked earning these lollipops that are really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it was worth it just because of the sheer fact that you had to work to get there, and I think that makes things worth it when you have to work a little bit hard, but we didn't have to work too hard. And I loved the ocean portion of it because it just had a lot of variance. So there was your sandy beach, which I think had to do with the fact that we're getting toward low tide, and then there was kind of this tide pool section of water where we saw those oyster catchers out. It seemed like they were searching for limpets. And then there was just this rocky beach with a stream coming through, and like Georgia said, all that sea foam blowing around. So we're gonna call it a day here at Cape Meares. We hope you're staying happy and healthy, and we hope you are able to get out and have some brave, wild adventures.
And we'll see you